What do home sellers need to do to continue to win in the shifting real estate market? Hey, I'm Dauby with Dauby Real Estate. In my last video, I talked about home sales being down 10% in the month of June. There's a lot of national headlines about the real estate market is cooling off. And it is true, the market is slowly shifting. Homes are still selling and they're still appreciating, which is great news. But what worked a year ago or even 2 years ago won't work today. So what you need to do if you're thinking about selling your house or if you're getting ready to put it on the market differently than what we've done in the last 1 to 2 years. In the last 1 to 2 years, homeowners have been fortunate that if they're getting ready to sell, they haven't really had to tidy up the house much or do a ton of work to get it sold. We could price it aggressively on the high end and the home would ultimately sell because the market was appreciating so much. We would eventually catch that overpriced listing. Today, the market is shifting and we can't do those same tactics if you want to win as a home seller. So what do you need to do differently? The first thing is to get your house ready, you need to clean up the exterior. You need to make sure you have great curb appeal. Pull all the weeds from the landscaping, clean the house. If you have siding and you have algae or growth on it, make sure you get that power washed off or you use a solvent to clean that off. Even if you have a full brick home, you may have cobwebs up around the soffits. Make sure you get that all cleaned off. As I mentioned, pull weeds, put down some fresh landscaping, and make sure that front door is painted and looking good, because as potential home buyers are waiting to go inside the house, they're going to be looking around the exterior of the home, and that is an important first impression that you want to make on the people. Now, whenever they step inside the home, you want to make sure the home is very tidy. You want to make sure it's clean. Give it a good deep cleaning, and while you're doing that deep cleaning, you also need to declutter the home. So if you have tons of stuff on your countertops, take all that off, minimize that. Same with your living room, your bedrooms. You really just want your big furniture and a few decorative pieces. You don't want boxes stacked up in the corner even though you're getting ready to make a move. If you go rent a temporary storage unit, you will more than get your money back by prepping the home to sell. Worst case scenario, at least move all those boxes into the garage so that the home is decluttered. As you're decluttering, as I mentioned, do a deep clean. That means scrubbing the floor, getting the tile clean, cleaning up the bathrooms, making sure there's no spots on the mirrors, no spots on the windows, and making sure the home is very, very tidy. While you're doing that, you may also need to do some touch-up painting, especially if you have little kids. I have younger kids, so I know what it's like. They have toys, they bang into the trim work, they bang into the wall, their hands are dirty, and they touch the walls. Clean those walls and those baseboards. And if you can't get it off, ultimately you may have to do a fresh coat of paint over that to make that home look like it is move-in ready. So that goes over what you need to do to the physical condition of the home. On top of that, what else needs to happen? You need to price the home accurately for today's market. As I mentioned a year or two ago, we could price a home over what we thought it was worth by 5–10%, and ultimately the house would sell. What we're seeing is homes that are not priced appropriately now are sitting on the market and they're not even getting showings. And even though home sales went down by about 10% in June, home values were up 5.5%, and the median days on market was 4 days. So homes are still selling very, very quickly. The average, I believe, was right between 10 and 15 days on market. So even though the market's shifting, if your house has been on the market 30, 45, 50 days, people are still saying, what is wrong with that house? Why didn't it sell immediately? So if you've overpriced it, waiting 30, 60 days to do a price correction is a bad time to do it, because at that point the home is becoming stale. And once the home becomes stale, everybody wonders what's wrong with it. They don't go look at it because they assume something's wrong with it. Or if they do go look at it, they're going to make an extremely lowball offer because they say, hey, it's been on the market for 60 days. So in this shifting market, it's important that you get your home ready for showings and you price it appropriately. If you have any questions about your specific situations or what you should do to your house to get it ready to sell, feel free to reach out, shoot us a Facebook message, or give us a call, 812-777-4611. Again, I'm Trey with Dauby Real Estate, and I hope you have a great day.